Bump, but I don't know why I'm doing that. We're doing a new thing today. Jake, do you want to explain what it is, or do you want me to explain?
We are breaking the boundaries of Four Kids in the Basement Minecraft Hide and Seek, inspired by Shiza's YouTube series. We are taking the camera anywhere we want in our own Minecraft world.
That's what inspired him. I guess technically he inspired me, so technically,
I have
yeah.
been wanting to do this for years.
I have been, just wanting to do the whole content creation thing for years, but not really.
True. Well,
I
say
we're breaking the boundaries until they're broken. This is Boundary Break. Let's go. I have to clear my camera first.
Okay, well, let's start out with the farm
Today
map.
we're doing farm, Orfenton, cave, not in that order. We are starting with farm. So I bet you can figure out the order then.
Alright, let's show them the seeker system since you're already there.
This is the seeker system for farm. It is just a barn with sealed off doors. I don't really know. It's supposed to be a collapsed barn. It also has this weird timer thing that is a relic of the olden days. It would count to 22 seconds, because that's when I gave up on placing repeaters.
This
outside of the seeker system,
used.
This is true. Outside of the seeker system, there are trees. This is because this is reminiscent of the main map, which is this way. Farm. The main map of farm itself doesn't have much to talk about in terms of boundary breaking. So you have, in terms of boundary breaking here, should we talk about the concrete hallway buttons on boundary break?
We still use them, right?
Yeah, they're still used. Yes.
Then no.
Okay.
Then no.
So basically, just all there is outside this map is trees and fields. Fields that I used the fill commands to build, and it shows.
Yeah, you can really tell with the unorthodox shapes of these fields and distinct lack of water.
As for the trees, you'll notice that the trees outside the map are planted in much more linear configurations than the trees inside the map. This is because trees inside the map have to look good from every angle, whereas trees outside the map just have to look good from one, which is inside the map. I guess technically that's also infinite angles, but it's like technically not infinite actually, because there's a finite number of places that the player can be on a block, but it's really large.
The point of the point is that we're lazy and don't feel like making realistic trees.
Plus, we don't need to.
I can see.
Plus, we don't need to because they're outside the map. Though it does kind of show at the border of the map there's a lot of walls, and you can still sometimes see our sapling lines. Also, TNT Yeeter from somebody who worked on 4Kids in the Basement Minecraft Hide and Seek and made a couple of maps that neither of which we use today. They insisted on having their Easter egg on every map, even if they didn't work on it. And also, Siren, Jake's Easter egg. This is because in 7th grade, Jake was really obsessed with sirens.
I'm not that autistic, I swear.
You were in 7th grade.
That's true.
Also, UFO that you might know from Cursed Hide and Seek, where there was an alien invasion. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. That's pretty much everything from Farm.
I used to think that the UFO was like part of the lore.
What lore? Also, there's one more thing.
4Kids lore.
In one of these barrels, there is a book that will unlock something we'll talk about later in the series, but until then, let's go back to lobby.
Sweet. So let's do cave next.
Talk about cave, the second map we built, because we built these from the center out in lobby 1.
Here, teleport to me if you want to see the seeker system.
This is the Seeker system of Cave. It's the first one we built the automatic timer on, though the automatic timer isn't really used anymore. This only shows up on the first 3 maps. After that, nah. So, this only shows up on Farm Cave, which is where it started, and Orfenton, which is the third map, which is the one we'll get to last this episode. Inside the Seeker system, there are 2 buttons. Go to map on the right and add Seeker on the left. This is true for every map. Every Seeker system has go to map on the right and add Seeker on the left. I just thought I'd mention that right now because I
It
think
used
it's
to
cool.
not always be that way. We used to like not even have secret systems at all. That was a dark time. All right, let's get to cave, like the actual caves.
And also, I'm pretty sure the Seeker inbound thing still isn't standardized. Anyway,
We'll fix that.
Cave consists of a couple of types of caves. You've got the mineshaft caves, which is just only this one room. You've got the smaller, more compact caves, which are on the inside around the main room. And then you've got really large caves, which were added last. Well, not really large caves, but you got decently large caves, which were added last, um, so that you could hide. Um, Also, you have one really, 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 really tall room. And because there was no siren on this map, we added a dedicated thing for it. So if you swim up this waterfall, you can get up. Wait, no, if you swim up this waterfall, then transition onto this vine and do a little bit of parkour, you can get into here, which if you just go up from here, you get to an area with a siren in it. Do you want to talk about the
You'll
sirens?
notice there's this door that you can't go through. Well, there's not much there, just a light source.
I mean, you can go through the
Uh,
door, it just doesn't lead to anywhere because there's barrier blocks directly on the other side. Also, this piston door, if you fall
also, if
through
you'll
it,
come down into here,
if you stand in the middle of the
you
piston
used to
door
be able to fall through it.
and the right stuff happens, might not still be in the game. They've updated it a lot since we made that.
It
It gets you to the secret
got
room.
patched to the point where like it wouldn't work.
It gets you to the secret room, which you can no longer use. Anyway, that's most of Cave. Wait, there's a few things. On the outside of the map, there's these things. There's these things with spore blossoms on them because I thought it would add some ambulance. Because I thought it would add some
You mean
ambience.
ambience?
And there's this big thing up here, Jake. Do you know what this does?
I think it's to stop rain, like droplets from getting into the map to keep immersion up.
Correct. It's also to stop rain noise. It's basically just to stop rain. We might have. This might be the second time we recorded this, and Jake didn't know what it was the first time. But it's totally not the second time we're
Oops.
recording this. I did not
we left
forget
you on
to
the
set.
first try.
I did not forget to set Audacity to
Oh,
computer audio.
if you'll come up here, you can see some water. It's not that interesting, but there's water where you wouldn't expect there to be water.
I think that's to add drips coming down from the dripstone. Yeah,
Yeah, but now you can see it.
that's like the.
So
Well, basically, we
isn't-
just
isn't
made
that neat?
intentional water. Do you want to go to
Yeah.
Orfenton, or is there more stuff to talk?
Yeah, let's go to Orfenton. There's nothing else here. Orfenton.
TP to me to get to the
The
Seeker
third
system.
map that we created. All right, the Seeker system.
Woohoo! This is the third map that we created. This is the Seeker system. Originally, it was unfurnished and also didn't have windows. We changed both of those. It is also notable.
It was weird.
And it is also notable as being the only Seeker system that spawns you in the corner in the ground.
Specifically. You'll also
Yes.
notice that it has the old timer, which we covered up with a hill and don't even use
Trees.
anymore.
If you go to the outside, you can see the same go to map on the right, add Seeker on the left. And if you go this way, you can see the main map, which has a ton of birch trees. I don't know why we used oak trees for the seeker system when the map itself is birch trees, and also the
It used to
explosions.
be
Do you want to?
Birchmont.
It did used to be Birchmont. Can you explain why there's explosions here?
So I thought it would be a good idea to put a skyline of a city in the background so it would look like you were far away from the city, but it looked bad. AJ told me to get rid of it, and I did the smart thing and blew it up with TNT.
Yup. Um,
I then covered it up with a bunch of birch trees, and now you can no longer see it.
you can see that the birch trees were planted in like squiggly lines usually,
I was
and
lazy.
also because it doesn't matter as much. And then also you have the trees in town, also bamboo for some reason, and also spruce trees around this one specific house because yes.
Real.
Let's follow this to the end of the roadway.
Which
This
is
way,
not
which
normally accessible in game.
says, okay, there's a sign here. What does it say? It says death.
Seems like something your brother put in.
Probably. Speaking of my brother, the orphanage of Orfenton was built by my brother, um, who says that he will kill me if I try and modify anything inside Le Orphanage, which is why I didn't let my friends make it quote unquote beautiful.
I remember when the orphanage was just empty and big, and we still play tested on it anyway.
Well, yeah, it's because hide and seek is fun. What you gonna do? We should get more hide and seek. Also, who broke all the composters? There's supposed to be composters here.
Oh, somebody broke them. Now you get footage of AJ fixing the map.
Which I'm not supposed to do because this isn't the build copy, but whatever. Down here you have this fireplace,
Whatever.
which burns down the orphanage every time somebody's stupid enough to do the /game rule command for fire tick. Also, you have the lunch menu over here with the menu. Toast. Bread sandwich. I think it would be funnier if it was raw toast, but not supposed
Raw
to.
toast.
Raw toast. Bread
You're
sandwich.
not allowed to modify anything within the orphanage anyway.
This is true. Outside the map, billboard. We gonna talk about the billboard?
I put the billboard there for some reason. I don't know why.
We should film the outro in front of it.
I guess that'll be a good enough purpose. We're not there yet though because we haven't looked underneath the school.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's the place you go if there's an active shooter threat. Basically, if you live in America and go to school, this is the room you go to. In actuality, you just lock yourself in the classroom, but this is a one classroom school, and so the shooter's probably already
We
dead.
removed it because it was a little insensitive or something like that.
But there's still a ladder down. It just doesn't go to a school shooting bunker anymore, and also I removed the signs.
Yep. Let's get an aerial shot of the map because it looks cool.
Oh yeah.
And
from the air, you might notice that Orfenton feels a lot smaller than it does on the ground, and you might think, well, duh, it's further away, but like the extent to how much it feels smaller is truly large.
like when you get up to like where I am, so if AJ teleported
I'm
me,
already in
you'll
the
look
air.
at how high up though? You're not as high up as me.
I'm at Y22, I know, but
I'm at
my render
Y57, and Y57 makes it look just so tiny.
my render
like,
distance.
You look at all the stuff on the map, and it's tiny.
Jake, my render distance is at the recommended 12. So if I go that high up, you won't even be able to see. 12 because we were too lazy to plant the trees
then.
16 chunks out. And also like something
True.
cruise. But anyway, that'll be the end of today's video. We should go in front of the billboard now.
Alright, I'm going to the billboard so we can outro it up. Let me get into creative mode as well. So you can actually see little Timmy. Weep.
Woo, guys. That was Boundary Break. We hoped you like it. We're gonna make more regardless of whether or not you did. So you better like it, because we're gonna force feed it to you. Anyway, do you have anything to say, Jake?
Subscribe and like all of our videos, or little Timmy will find you in your sleep.
I have one more thing to add. Also, click on that playlist if you want to see something, or that playlist if you want to see something. I don't know what playlists they're going to be yet, but I know that I'm going to have 2 playlists, because, yeah. Anyway, bye.